My brain is jacked up, I don't know why it act up. I'm looking up into the sky, it just really won't an answer. My zodiac is Cancer, we love, hate, and master any disaster that passes while we skip around like dancers. A problem in life is never hard to solve. I've evolved from a family life, the jail's living wrong. And I've seen it all, from the street life to behind the bars, to living large, to becoming broke just to catch a charge.
Playa T, that's me, Hollywood in the hood. Doing it really, really big. Yeah, we back. You see who I'm here with right now, but if you still sleeping, it's time to wake up. Alarm clock hitting right now, baby. JSoul.
Yeah.
Yeah, Access Denied right here. Doing it really big, you know what I mean? Now you coming with your entertainment brand is
Access Denied 216.
Now hold up, we got to dive into that, because is that a pun on the word denied? You know,
Denied.
Yeah. Is it a thing about maybe you didn't pay your dues for so long, you got to create your own way, or what?
Pretty much when I was 18, when I first even thought of it before I made it an LLC, I was saying others rappers access is denied in the rap game because I thought I was spitting the best out here.
Oh, okay. So now we getting it straight. JSoul saying I'm dead in it. After me, there will be no more.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what he's saying. Once I grab the mic, access is denied onto the stage, baby.
Oh yeah. But
you got to come with your best stuff.
Oh, but then I learned, man, that there was so much more to music than I thought there was, because I was a poet and I did not know how to speak my emotion onto a beat. So throughout the years of criticism, I perfected my craft, I feel, and here I am today. That I wanted to be on your show 10 years ago, and I didn't feel like I was ready.
What up to JSoul and Nino?
Hey,
okay,
what's up? How's it going, y'all? And I lost love just to get respect. My route's tough, but it was a huge must, cause it changed my outlook. Living life on ups and downs, I swear that I'd never make it, but I had to keep on trying, cause my parents said that I could shake it. Been mistaken and taking advantage of all the faking, the penetration, until my soul was destined for the making. That's why I never give up, that's why I keep my head up, and through these lonely months, I try to keep my soul tough.
How real is that? Started as a poet.
When I was in DYS.
Hold on. DYS?
Department of Youth Services.
Was that like a
juvenile
detention?
Prison?
Juvenile prison?
Yes.
Okay,
and,
so
pretty much wrote the poetry and all that, and then I ran into Suave Gotti, and he was at an open mic. And
yeah, big shout out to Suave Gotti.
Shout out to Suave Gotti for real.
Suave was at the beginning of a lot of people's careers. Come to find out. Hold on, so you in the youth detention center, and you came. Is that where you came up with your material from the poetic sense of things?
Yes, I didn't even honestly listen to rap music when I was.
You didn't even listen to rap.
It was the Beatles, Genesis, all the classic rock stuff. My parents are.
Hey, I like you, JSoul. Hey, how fathom that? Didn't even listen to rap. So hold on. I just want y'all to fathom that even more. Obviously, that ain't what landed him in the youth prison either. So we're gonna kill that notion about rap music leading people to the prison. It's your own decision making that's leading you to. But how long were you in the youth detention?
I did 4 years, from 2004 until 2008.
How were you when you went in?
Oh, I was 14, and then when I got out, 18.
Wow, 14.
Still pretty young.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm 28 now.
Well, you were able to digest what you may have done wrong and able to, change your mind and grow and mature.
No. When I got out at 18, I kept running them streets because
What were you in there for?
I did aggravated robbery.
Okay.
And I grew up in the gang, and
So we know where the soul is coming from in JSoul, baby.
Now, see, I didn't even have that kind of life growing up. I had a great family, loved them very much, gave me anything I wanted. But, my brothers wanted to get me involved with, hanging out with different people that I shouldn't have been around.
Like your older brothers, like your physical brothers?
Yep.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Okay, so you had a very loving and caring family. So the family wasn't on there. It wasn't like it was a dysfunctional family.
No, not at all.
Why were your brothers in the street? A lifestyle choice?
I grew up in the Cleveland area, inner Cleveland on the east side off Martin Luther King area.
Yeah.
And, they brought me over with them, because their parents were at the bars here and there, but it's not like they were never home. It's just my mom bartended, and pretty much I just decided to run with the cool kids because I wanted to be cool.
Now, let me ask you, JSoul, because you made a choice, a lifestyle choice to live, the rough and rugged street life. Now years later, you then fell into the groove, into what you want to do and become. What have you learned right now that you can share with somebody so they can avoid a mistake?
Well,
the main thing.
Well, anything that I could tell you is you don't have to be in them streets in order to gain respect. All you have to do is just be yourself.
What?
On a daily basis.
Huh? Did y'all hear that?
And it's like I'm not even from the hood, and hundreds of hoods accept me because
Huh?
I don't want to be somebody else. I'm myself. And you know, throughout all the years of trying to be cool, I ended up getting cool, but not like I wanted to be, because after prison this last time, you know, I made a big impact on who I was. And, you know, I'm very appreciative of all these people who are behind me, just because I keep it real, you know, because this man that I'm going to bring on soon he's been through the worst of the worst with me.
Your brother.
He's seen me through everything, through my worst and my best.
What, were you guys in contact when you were in juvie?
No, not at all. I met him at 18 years old, which is actually what got me into music also, besides Swap Gotti. And that's why I have Access Denied 216 today, because he's the one that kept me going, because I thought I wasn't good enough.
So hold on. I want to know how I got to the point from poet in a sense of, you know, a poetic sense, to a rap artist writing rap lyrics. How did that transformation happen?
Pretty much Swap Gotti telling me that my poetry sounds like it could be rap music, and he told me to go home and look in a mirror and spit my poetry to the mirror and to a beat. So I did just that.
So when he heard your poetry, he thought enough of it to tell you should consider becoming a rapper. Now, let me be honest. Were you flirting with the idea of rap at the time, writing the poetry, or you still didn't have no idea?
I didn't have no idea, because, you know, I thought that was a whole different game. Like, you had to be flashy and all that in order to do that. And I had nothing at the time. And you know,
so you figured you would do it in a poetic sense because you didn't fit the normal rapper?
Yes. And I, you know, doing my open mics at different random bars. And he, like I say, he just happened to be there with his signs on him. And
what was your poetry like? Was it edgy and rough?
Depressing.
Yeah, but
just
somebody
like
mistaken for rap, it had to be close to depressing, edgy, dark, harsh, all the adjectives and verbs you want to use. Right. You know what I mean?
And you know, till this day, I don't even call myself a rapper. My key term is an aggressive poet.
An aggressive poet.
An aggressive poet, because I can that right there that I just spit, that's just me messing around. You know, that's my fun time rap. I mostly talk about my real life and all my inner feelings on my real music.
So tell me this, Jay. So when you went home and thought about it, like, this dude just told me I should rap it, right? And you took a look in the mirror, right, at yourself like he suggested, and the first time you put your poetry to a hip-hop beat, what did you think of yourself?
Well, I thought it went along good, and it went along with the beat very well, which the beat was the Tupac and Biggie Running, Dying to Live.
The first beat you're going to choose to use all as together, a rapper.
All in one. You know, Eminem created it, and then he put Tupac and Biggie on it. You know, to me, those are the best after all the years that I've been listening to music. You know, they tell stories that I can relate to not everyone, but in every single basis of what they're talking about. So it's, you know, it's a big pleasure that I can do that.
So when you put your lyrics to it, what did you think immediately of yourself and what you've done?
Well, when I made the first beat,
yeah,
I didn't like it. I didn't think I'd be good at it, and I tried, you know, other beats, you know, and like I said, I've always been depressed, so I always tried writing depressing stuff. And then, like, when I met Dino and other people, they made me start opening my vocabulary to different kinds of beats and different ways I can express myself, because I wouldn't vent to people. So they told me, if you can vent on paper without no beat, you can vent on paper with a beat, and you can make every different beat your own style.
Wow, that was great advice. So let me ask you, when you start to practice and partake into that, writing lyrics, your confidence start growing, you know, you started to partake in that. When did you get your confidence? Because like you said, you looked at it as though you had to be this certain type of person to rap. So what went off in your mind and said, the hell with that? I'm JSoul. I am who I am.
Well, after, I'd say 2008, About 4 years after, I kept writing music. You know, I went to the
About
lava
4
room.
years after.
About 4 years after, I went to the lava room a couple of times, and for what I paid for, I felt like because I didn't know
Why
how to
you
do
didn't
emphasis.
fold in them 4 years?
Well, I didn't know how to promote or market, and I didn't have the friends on Facebook and all that, which I would get into obviously because after 4 years later, I met B-Swish and the Swish fam that have been on this show.
Big shout out to the Swish
Big shout
fam.
out to them. And like I said, if it wasn't for them, also I wouldn't be where I was at. But I started recording at the Plush Palace Studios with them, and my first time recording, I had the whole family jump on the track with me, even his mother Denise Pace, and we made a hit single called "Hustle." And we even got to go to the House of Blues and perform at the red carpet event for King Ryan.
Wow. Okay. Han, big, huge.
Yes.
How was that experience to come from the background and never doing nothing like that? Didn't even have confidence in yourself in the beginning, to feel like you belonged in the rap industry, to look at you performing at the House of Blues. How real was that for you, man?
It was awesome. And like I said, I mean, I didn't have confidence in myself either at that time. And but like I said, due to all them and even more people now that I had obtained through all my music, they kept pushing me. And just hearing somebody say, "Hey, when are you gonna drop a next track?" that's awesome to me, and that means more than money to me. Even one listener is more than $10 to me. It's just I like people to hear my feelings. I like inspiring people, yes, very heavily. And
well, I had a question and it just came back to me.
Okay.
When you started writing the hip hop and expressing it differently than you did poetry, you said when you wrote the poetry, it was depressing.
Yes.
So when you started writing music and your brothers and your friends and the B-Swish family and everybody started supporting you and uplifting you, was your tone changing in what you were writing?
Yes, most definitely. I started becoming more happy, and I was still doing that cap rapping about having money, all that, but that fake shit, And they told me that inner part of you is what you need to rap about, and I didn't know what they were talking about.
Didn't know what they was talking about at the time.
Nope, didn't know what I was talking about.
Okay, bet that.
Oh, thank you.
So hold on. That's interesting you said that, JSoul. You didn't know what they was talking about. So did you take the attitude like, man, fuck y'all talking about?
No, not at all. That's criticism.
Okay.
One thing I grew up with in jails is you get criticized heavily every single day, and you have to learn to either accept it and come back with a proper outcome with it, or else you're gonna get walked over.
JSoul.
Yeah.
And he got his man Nino with him.
Brothers for life, man.
What's up, Nino?
How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm fantastic, man. Thank you for being here. You ripped the opening set with my man JSoul.
Appreciate it.
Jay tells me that you guys met when he was around 18, I guess coming from out of his transgressions in the youth lockup.
Correct.
What was JSoul like when you first met him, when you first ran into him? What you thought of the guy?
It's so crazy how me and him met was, I was on the porch, me and my kid's mom. We just coming from I think we was coming from the park, and I had a blunt. I didn't have a lighter. So
okay.
He come outside. So I asked him, like, you got a light? He like, was that a blunt? I'm like, yeah. So I lit the blunt, and from there, it was history.
Y'all start rapping and talking with each other, and y'all click.
Yeah.
Niggas be talking that bullshit. They don't know I hate niggas with full clips. They try to make niggas do full flips. I let my day chillin' that rule Chris. I'm the reason some niggas is toothless. Now the course that big homie is ruthless. I'm the reason the Chevy is ruthless. I'm the reason your bitch be ruthless. But I'm a beast flowing on the beat, nigga. Hey, gotta run around with the heat, nigga. Hey, I'm a way to put the bitch to sleep, nigga. Hey, in the cool way, we deep, nigga. Hey, keep a low way 100, nigga. I'ma always cash $1 million. Tell a bitch, holla brand new Apollo said no chopper, still predict Doppler.
Okay.
Definitely.
Did Jay tell you where he came from?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't first. Me personally, I don't look for people's flaws.
No, not that you look.
I know, but far as like from seeing them, like my first impression for seeing them was like, I'm saying it wasn't that negative. You know what I'm saying? He just looked at it as a normal person. Like,
okay.
I asked him for a light. We both had we both smoked weed, so boom, boom, boom. So that's how that went around. You know what I'm saying? But
so how did you find out that my man JSoul was a poet at the time?
I'd have to say when I was rapping in the backyard to myself on a boombox.
Correct.
Oh, he's like, oh, you rap? And I'm like,
we would stay next door to each other, right? Just
come on over.
Right.
Oh, okay. So he heard you doing something, kicking a verse or something.
Right.
Like, man, you rap?
I was like, come on over, man, and bring another Bleezy.
So what did you think of JSoul rap at the time?
Hey, it was fire, man. It was fire. Then, but from me coming from liking Chameleonaire, you know what I'm saying? 8 Ball and you know what I'm saying, back in the day rappers.
Yeah.
You know, I took that. It was like, because I'm a rapper too, so I took that like, man, you can get better. You know what I'm saying? You can spit some real shit from your poetry.
So you were one of the ones in this corner letting him know that he could polish up and
yeah, I was actually the first person he came to with the poet. Actually, like, check this out. You know what I'm saying? After I heard him do what he was doing in the backyard, he came to me the following day, like, check this out.
Okay.
So when I checked it out, I'm like, man, you cold. You know what I'm saying? You can make, you know what I'm saying, switch this to rap.
Yeah.
You can be cold. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so how was JSoul receiving you?
I mean, from the looks of it, he looked at me like, yeah, all right. Hey, yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need your help.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
I
right.
know what you're talking about.
But you see the person that want to change. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can see that in the person that want to change. You know what I'm saying?
Jay, tell me, when did it start rolling and picking up for you where confidence was not a question anymore? You're in and out of the studio on the regular.
That was when I was rolling with the Swish fam. And not that I was in their label or nothing, but we made track after track after track. And B-Swish would jump on every track with me and just freestyle.
And Nino was down with you still.
Yeah, Nino was down, never got on a track, but you know what? He's always been right behind me. But, you know, he's a family man, so he's got his own life to live. So, you know, I can't drag him from the family, you know?
Yeah. So
did you hear my kids?
Did you hear
shout out to his kids, man.
Did you hear the growth and maturity in his music?
Yes, over the years, yes.
Yeah, you did.
He basically, I mean, he colder than me, to be honest. Like, I feel like I'm raw, but he nice, man.
How long you been at it?
Actually, I started making beats for people in school. I started.
Oh, you're a beat maker also. You're a producer / rapper.
Yeah, I started making beats from people from school that rap. And then my one dude, Philip, shout out to him. You know, he was the rapper. I was the beat maker.
Yeah.
And we used to have the whole room, you know what I'm saying, gather. You know what I'm saying? We were doing our thing. Yeah. So I took it like, hold on, if he can do it, I can do it.
You still make beats?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you did any production for JSoul's material? None. But y'all work together.
Yeah.
All the time, man. Every time I have something new written, I let him hear it.
It's just been a timing thing?
Yeah. Everything is timing.
Everything is timing?
Everything is timing.
So do you got a whole project right now?
JSoul? Most definitely.
What's the name of your project?
Oh, it's going to be my first and last album. Just cause.
For a person that don't like rap. There you go.
Hey, I'm feeling that because that's what he said. He said he didn't like rap and he got into it because he wanted to create some stuff he could listen to. So, so it makes sense. This is going to be your first and only album.
But one thing that this album has to it is that this album is not for me. This album is for artists in Cleveland. And I will be paying every studio time and all that just to get it recorded because when I was coming up in the rap game, stuff was handed to me for free. And not that I wanted to accept it, but they made me do it. So, you know, I want all these artists to get together like the 216 Unite group and all them. But I really want to make an album for the artists for Cleveland because people are all about themselves out here. And there's those few that are all for all the people, like how you guys do the things for the kids. Like shout out to Jerome Brown too.
Shout out.
Great friend of mine. And people who support others is how I grew up. You treat others the way you want to be treated and you work as a team because when you work by yourself, you fall short.
Oh!
My brain is jacked up, I don't know why it act up. I'm looking up into the sky, it just really won't answer. My zodiac is Cancer, we love, hate, and master. Any disaster that passes while we skip around like dancers. A problem in life is ever hard to solve. I've evolved from a family life, the jail's living wrong. And I've seen it all, from the street life to behind the bars, to living large, to becoming broke, just to catch a charge. And I lost love, just to get respect, my route's tough. But it was a huge must, cause it changed my outlook. Living life for ups and downs, I swear that I'd never make it. But I had to keep on trying, cause my parents said that I could shake it. Been mistaken and taking advantage of all the faking, the penetration, until my soul was destined for the making. That's why I never give up, that's why I keep my head up. And through these lonely months, I try to keep my soul tough. Yeah, walking down memory lane, and I'm seeing nothing but pain. Yes, there was a good times, but the bad took over my mind, in my mind, right? Walking down memory lane, and I'm seeing nothing but pain. And although there was a good times, but the bad took over my mind, in my mind. Yeah, I said the bad took over my mind, in my mind. Yeah, I said the bad took over my mind, in my mind. Yeah, and although there was a good times, but the bad took over my mind. Through over the years, I've hit struggles up and down, and I came out of each one. But still on a daily basis, I had problems due to my mental illness. And it's a constant battle, and it's just like, I can't take it. Now, for about 18 years, I've dealt with this illness with a psychologist, resulted in a pharmacist. See, the problem is it's a hit or miss. When these drugs is acting like pathogens, and they take over your system and your life becomes dim. Next thing you're crying for help, and you do not know what happened, but the drugs you've been taking solely forms a bad habit. Then you sink like Titanic, and then your life becomes tragic, and then you feel so abandoned because your people have vanished. Damn, taking my life for granted. People said I'm satanic, grew up living problematic, but I had beat the statistics, overcame the addictions, in prisons to a living where I can start a fresh beginning. Yeah, walking down memory lane, and I'm seeing nothing but pain. Yes, there was a good times, but the bad took over my mind, in my mind, right? Walking down memory